I'm Steve the Missionary, and this is the best Catholic music so far in 2016. Alright, so what counts as Catholic music? For the purposes of this video, Catholic music is music written by a Catholic. Turns out it's harder to find out if a musician is Catholic than you think. That isn't church music. Their stuff should obviously be informed by their faith and their contact with Jesus and his church, but it should seep into the music the same way any relationship seeps into your music. If you have an artist friend and you think that you're never gonna make it into any of their art, then you're just lying to yourself. I'm looking at people who came out with EPs or full albums at any point in 2016. I already reviewed Sam Roach's Fear and Loving somewhere here. So let's go. Here are the artists in the running for Best Catholic Music 2016. First up, Us by Kevin Heider. Kevin's been on my list of Best Catholic Music here before. His EP is like a little song cycle depicting the story of the unnamed narrator and his wife Teresa. If you like Kevin Heider's louder, faster stuff, you're really gonna like Those I Leave Behind. But the real highlight of the album is Sycamore Tree. It's just so beautiful and so sad. Us by Kevin Heider. Get it at kevinheider.com. Second, we have Alanna-Marie Boudreau's Alanna-Marie Boudreau's Hesychasm, another old friend of the Best Catholic Music contest at Steve the Missionary. Alanna-Marie Boudreau's Hesychasm is actually kind of the precursor EP to her full album Champion. I should probably review that one, but I haven't listened to it yet. It's just proving that her songwriting is getting better. The first song is called On, and it's a really simple love song. It's got the line, "Anyone who doesn't love him must be so sad." That's what it feels like to fall in love. Her voice has this great, compassionate quality toward whatever she's singing about. It actually kind of makes her music a little bit difficult to interpret. I'm just saying that she's not always singing about Jesus, even if her voice has that tenderness that worship musicians reserve for just the song Oceans. Catholic musicians are allowed to sing about all kinds of things. That being said, my favorite song off of this is probably Petros, which I'm pretty sure is about Jesus. Find Alanna's music on iTunes and on Love Good Music. Alright, next, Scott Mullvahill, Days to Come. Scott Mullvahill plays the upright bass and he sings because he's cooler than you. His vocal and his musical skill really show up in the sparse songs like Himalayas and Fighting for the Wrong Side. But then he can get into this almost like John Mayer groove with songs like Old Soul and Move and Shake. Actually, Move and Shake you can actually think of as a response to John Mayer's Waiting on the World to Change, which when you actually read the lyrics is a terrible message. Scott gets tired of waiting on the world to change and he comes up with the lyrics, "You change your world and I'll change mine." That's a good message. You can find Scott's music at scottmullvahill.bandcamp.com. For something a little different, try Honor Flow Productions presents DJ Chuck the Old Soul, The Demonstration 4. DJ Chuck is the lead MC for LA hip-hop outfit Honor Flow Productions. In between Honor Flow gigs, he's just a DJ. So this album is a mixtape for him as a DJ. It's basically what you would hear if you hired him for any of your events. And it bumps. Seriously, it's just really good DJ work. Fair warning, it is almost 100% hip-hop, so there will be cussing. It moves from old school to completely contemporary. I've never heard Kendrick Lamar so seamlessly mixed with YG. DJ Chuck has a whole philosophy around the music as a vibe and feeling. To him, the basic language of music is not notes or chords or scales or even beats per minute. Not the culture or race or creed. To him, the basic language of music is energy. He makes music that elevates the energy in the room. I like listening to DJ Chuck stuff and all of Honor Flow Production stuff because they're not Catholic musicians. They have no connections in the Catholic music world. They're not music ministers at a church as a day job. He's just a DJ that also goes to Mass on Sunday. We need a lot more of those. You can download the Demonstration 4 for free at Honor Flow Productions SoundCloud. All of these musicians are great, but the best Catholic music so far this year is Harrison Lemke's Fertile Crescent Blues. I love this album. I get the song stuck in my head at work. I post a song of his on my friend's Facebook and then call him 2 hours later. I was like, "Have you listened to this?" So it's pitched as sad songs about the Old Testament. What it really is Harrison guessing at the emotions of various characters in the book of Genesis with amazing results. Like in the first song when Adam turns to Eve after the fact and says, "We're never gonna get any wiser, but we're gonna get much older." So good. It's best if you know the context, like when he sings in Sister Song, "I am the detour to a promise whose fulfillment is upon us. It's like watching myself disappear." Ow! That line hurts so much, but only if you really know the story of Leah from the book of Genesis. The music mostly consists of just the guitar and his kind of thin voice, and it forces you to look at the lyrics more intently. The best comparison would be like the Mountain Goats. My favorite song on the album is the Post-Diluvian Homesick Blues. It's Noah, after the flood, just looking at the ruins. First line of the song is, "Turned up another cache of human bones, down in the wet dirt where the sweetest grapes grow." And if you know the story, those are some pretty, fateful grapes. Harrison Lemke is able to let us peek into how mean and tough these lives were for these people. The first people to ever have to deal with the consequences of sin. If you are looking for a way to get more emotionally involved in scripture, if you like the Mountain Goats, or if you just like words combined with music, then go to harrisonlemke.com right now. Like right now. Okay, alright, now some honorable honorable mentions. First, the church music. So the best church music so far: Inheritance by Audrey Assad, so good, and Origins from my friends over at Focus Ministries. By the way, if you've ever heard me use the phrase Denver sound before, go by Origins and you'll understand. It was literally recorded in a log cabin outside of Denver. I also want to highlight Mike Mangione. He's a Catholic musician in his own right. His last album came out in 2013, but recently he's been doing this podcast. He's a fellow Patheos blogger. The blog is called Time in the Mystery. All he does is he interviews different kinds of musicians. And I'm talking the lead singer of Sugarland, Slug from Atmosphere, Alex Ebert from Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. These are great interviews. Mostly he's asking these performers what exactly is required of them in order to properly connect with their audience. And I would love to see Mike interview more Catholic musicians. And not just out of a desire to like keep it in the family, but also because I want to see interviews with these people that have more than just the question, does your faith influence your work? Yes, it does. Of course it does. Ask a different question. I know that we're basically in October already, but the contest for Best Catholic Music of the Year is not over yet. I still have to review Alanna-Boudreau's full album. Kevin Heider is working on a full album. Lev is promising to come out with music sometime soon. Amanda Vernon is doing great stuff in her online TV show In Real Life, but no like album yet. And I promise you, I will find good Catholic hip-hop. It has to be out there. I will find it. So who did I miss? Do you know a Catholic musician that doesn't write church music that came out with an album this year? Let me know in the comments or email me at notinthewind@gmail.com. All of the links are down below, and I will see you next time. Also, make sure to nominate me for Best YouTube Channel at bestcatholicwebsites.com.